Research is the process through which scientists and doctors find answers to their big and important questions. Data gathered through research can lead to improved diagnosis and treatment, better patient care, and a higher quality of life for people living with diseases. For example, why do people with certain mutations in the ARSA gene have metachromatic leukodystrophy? How come people with Fanconi anemia are more likely to develop cancer? What if regular physical therapy helped slow down the progression of Duchenne muscular dystrophy? To answer these types of questions, scientists need information, which they collect by studying cells, animals, and people. This information is also known as data. Many people with a rare disease are asked to participate in research. Some common types of research are surveys about a patient's symptoms, or asking a caregiver what it's like to care for someone with a rare disease. A natural history study, which follows people over many years to learn about how a disease can change over time and impact different people in different ways. Genetics research, which uses advanced tools to find the causes of rare diseases, help doctors make faster diagnoses, and discover treatments that work for that exact condition. And a clinical trial, which tests a new treatment to make sure it works and is safe. No matter what the research is about, all research studies collect data to answer questions. To ensure they collect the right information in the right way, researchers follow a plan called a study protocol. When designing the protocol, the researchers need to decide a few things. 1. Who provides the data? Research studies collect data in different ways. Some studies use lab tests or other information from routine doctor visits, like a blood pressure reading. Other studies require researchers to perform specific tests just for the study, like a 6-minute walk test. Because these visits take time and effort, they are usually done infrequently, and the results are stored in special databases for that specific study. Other studies have researchers ask people to report their own experiences, like rating their pain or listing what they ate. Some studies need continuous tracking, like heart rate, which can be recorded by a wearable device. 2. Is the data collected just for this study or from other existing sources? While some researchers collect new data, others use real-world data, which is information from existing sources, like electronic health records, insurance claims, patient registries, or medical devices. Using data that's already available can help researchers study diseases faster and cheaper, while also including more people across different geographical areas. However, there are challenges with using these types of data in research. First, medical records are mostly made for billing, not research, so important details about a disease might be missing. Second, electronic medical records belong to hospitals and health systems, not to people. So, if someone visits multiple doctors or hospitals, their full medical history may be scattered across different systems. As a result, a study using electronic medical records might not capture the data from all the healthcare a patient has received and may miss key pieces of their medical history. That said, electronic medical records are still a valuable source of information for researchers, especially for tracking things people might forget, such as exact medications and dosages they've taken, or when a procedure happened. 3. Does everyone need the same schedule? People go to the doctor based on their own availability and how they're feeling, so medical records have inconsistent data collection intervals. Data collected for a research study will specify in the protocol how often study participants will need to come into the hospital, get a lab test, or complete a survey. Collecting research data takes a lot of time and money. That's why it's important to find ways to use the data for multiple projects or share it with other researchers. If you participate in a study, consider allowing your data to be shared. It can help maximize the benefit of the information you're providing, as it might be beneficial in more than one research study. This is particularly important for rare diseases when the number of people who can participate in a study is limited, and people are navigating lives with complex medical conditions. Before you decide to join a research study, take your time to read the consent form carefully. It will explain what you'll need to do as a participant. If you have concerns or think something might be difficult for you, share your thoughts with the research team. Your feedback can help them make future studies more accessible for everyone. By carefully planning how data is collected, researchers can make studies more efficient and reduce the burden on participants. When studies are designed this way, it makes it easy for people to participate, which gives researchers the data they need to make important improvements to healthcare.